Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how I modified or how I added voltage to my GPU. So let me show you some information about my system through neofetch, and this is my iGPU and this is the GPU I'm currently running. It's GTX 1050 Ti, and this is the Optimus, and I have set it to DGPU only. This is a desktop, not a laptop. I'm sorry about my voice and my language. This is not my first language. Let's see GWE, and here we can see my GPU is running at 980 megahertz at core and 2700 megahertz at memory. Let me open something graphical, PKCube, and we can see here 980 megahertz at core clock is 980 megahertz and the memory clock is 2700 megahertz. While I was in Windows, I had flashed my GPU with custom BIOS. Previously it had stock BIOS with a maximum voltage of 1.081 volt, and I customized the BIOS and set the maximum volt is to 1.10 volt, and currently it's running at 1.0006 volt. And let's see what are the options provided by Nvidia settings. Nvidia settings help. These are all the options, and what we are after is this query and dash q all queries about all the attributes, and let's see this dash a or assign option. Here are the options, and here this is the GPU number or GPU ID. I think it's GPU ID for this computer. I have only one Nvidia GPU, so that GPU is GPU 0. If I had two, then I would have GPU 0 and GPU 1, and this is the attribute here. So let's see voltage attributes, Nvidia settings, and for that let's query all, and from here let's see only attributes with voltage. These are the attributes with voltage. We can overclock Nvidia card using these attributes too, but using GWE is way too easy. We just have to set the profile and apply it, then the GPU would be overclocked. And here are the info. My current GPU core voltage is 1.006 volt, and this is in millivolts. I think it is in millivolt. Yeah. And let's see this GPU over voltage offset. This is my host name, and this is the GPU 0, and the over voltage offset is set at 0 millivolts, and the valid values here I can set it from 0 to 193,750 millivolts. For me, I would like to set it to 75,000 millivolts. So for that, let's use assign from this example. Assign dash a GPU and attribute equals value dash a GPU name slash attribute is GPU over voltage offset equals 75,000, and it is done. The voltage of my GPU is 1.006 plus 0. It's now the 1.075 volts. Let's see. That's you all zero voltage. Ha ha ha. I did some mistake there, and now it's showing GPU over voltage 75,000. It's in millivolts, and let's see. This VW is showing me 1084 megahertz. Before adjusting the voltage, it showed 980 megahertz. Now let's run PK cube. Now it's running at 1084 megahertz. It's it up 980 megahertz, and memory clock is 2700 megahertz. Let's overclock it. I have made a profile here with 210 megahertz on core and 200 megahertz in memory. Let's apply it, and yeah, it has been applied. Graphics 1163 megahertz, memory 2900 megahertz. And let's run PK cube. Now it's running at 1163 megahertz, but if the GPU is at 99%, then the core clock would have been 1294 megahertz. I have tested it, and this command over here, this command saves the GPU voltage for only this current session. I mean, if I reboot the system, then this voltage overset value will be reset. Yeah. Again, I have to use this command. So to make it easier, I have created a shell script file, and I have named it GPU. This is the file here, and I have written the same command here, and I will just put it to auto start. KD settings here, auto start, login script, and it's in documents, POC. And now in every startup, this script will run, and my GPU voltage will set to 1.075 volt. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about undervolting in Linux. I have searched for it, but didn't find any solutions. So thanks for watching, guys.